All right, what's up, guys? I hope everyone's having a great February. I just met up with a friend who is so special. We met very recently, but based on our history and so much we had in common, we knew we would hit it off. We're compatible astrologically. She's one of 4 sisters, and she's also dealt with a significant amount of loss of pretty vital people in her life. And, although we bond over these hard things, she's also just fun to be around. So that was really special. And we both believe that our angels sent us to each other. And as I said that, 555 appeared. 5-5 appeared. And, she is very spiritual and meditates, and we have a lot in common in that sense, but it motivated 111 just appeared as I said that. And when I drove out to be in nature, my phone was dead. And right when it turned on, it was 333 at 3% charge. And that apparently means, obviously it's angel confirmation, and I'm still deciding what I'm supposed to take from it, but I'm basically just sitting out in the sun, and I just want to say how insane it is that the sun is such a powerful star, right? That burns so brightly, and it is so hot that you can't even be within thousands of, maybe hundreds of thousands of feet from it without dying. But the fact that the earth is just this perfect amount away, that it feels good, it doesn't burn us. Obviously, if we're out there for too long, it does, but it's pleasurable and gives us life, is a miracle. It's a miracle that it is this exact distance away, that it was able to grow life. I just want that to sink in. We get so caught up in our day-to-day that we almost forget that it is a miracle that we are here, alive, living and breathing. And I was hosting a discussion with a group I work with, and we were talking about the importance of community and discussion and conversation. But the main thing that I got out of it was that we agree that when are we going to slow down? After the Industrial Revolution, we felt so grateful, right, that we found these new machines and tools that could create mass produce food for us. But everything has a light and a dark side. And if you don't use balance to maintain these situations, you can go down the wrong path. So we need to come back to balance. Right now, our world is in a state of emergency. Because it doesn't directly affect us, we're not as aware of it. But I don't know about you, but after losing my mom to cancer, my own journey started. And, it started when I was much younger, but this really opened my eyes a little more. And I thought it might be over by now. But I'm finding left and right, not just my mom got sick. People's mothers, friends, children are extremely sick. And although they might have made choices that they weren't too sure of either, that led them to get sick. There are other factors involved that big production companies that produce your food, they don't want you to know. Because if you were to know, you might not buy their food. We've gotten to a point where we are now mass producing low quality food that is not just low quality, but also contains harsh and toxic chemicals and ingredients that are incompatible with your body and will make you sick. I find that when I talk about these topics, a lot of people that are on the same wavelength as me are open to discussing it. But we are still struggling with people who are closed-minded towards these topics and may not want to wake up to the reality of it. And it's holding us back. I won't let it hold me back. And I'm hoping that the people in my life understand that this is not even just me talking, but it's God, the universe, my own connection to it, whatever you want to call it. It's Mother Earth, the planet, talks through us. How does one not believe that we are connected? We literally came out of this earth, and it's speaking through us. It's not a superpower. It's nothing unbelievable or mystical. We can communicate with others. So of course, we can communicate with our environment. I want to make this clear because I don't want to make it seem like it is something unbelievable or unreal. In fact, it's the most real thing. Yet we still are having a hard time understanding this. But maybe by explaining the impeccable odds that we're here can help put that into perspective. And I guess the purpose of sharing this information is, one, because it's my duty as a person to share this information because I care. And two, because I'm hoping that this wakes others up to build a bigger group of activists that stand up for the right thing and for the truth. And, you know, I never thought I'd be this person. Actually, maybe I did. But these companies are putting valuing money over resources. And while money is a great tool for trading and exchanging goods and energy, the reason we created money was because we knew our resources were so valuable. And so we had to create a means to show this value. We've forgotten that the value comes from the resources. Well, our resources are now depleting, and because we have become out of balance, we neglected the needs of our planet. For example, it was great that we came up with transportation, but now we're noticing that the transportation and other great inventions and tools might have negative effects on the planet. Now, we won't even have a planet to even live on if we continue at the rate we're going. And I'm hoping that by explaining the miracle of life, that we learn to foster the environment and learn how to take care of it. And I think that by putting this perspective out into the world might help people grow appreciate, but it's not even appreciation at this point. It's just reality that we will not have a place to live. And we will die if we don't change our current patterns. Now, the Earth was created from the Big Bang that we know of, and there are black holes in the universe. There are objects moving at the speed of light in the universe that we believe to be infinite. At any moment, just as it happened to the dinosaurs, an asteroid could hit Earth. And so I suppose some people are living like that in other ways. But say we give ourselves a good shot on this planet, we need to learn how to love and care for the planet that gave us life. It's not even, you could take the emotions out of it. At this point, it's just fact. I appreciate if you've listened this long. I have an Instagram called Chef Doc for You where I share more information about this. I have a podcast on Spotify. And I have an Instagram, Mallory Shulkin, where I link all of these platforms and information. I will add those to this video, and I hope that we can gain some more support and share ideas and information and start making some progress in the right and best direction. Thank you. I have no words. Okay, so I came home. And you know what? Some people just don't like the way I talk. I don't have any other way. This is just how I'm doing it. Fuck off then. Sorry, but this is insane. My dad has diabetes and cancer. And I come home and he's stocked the fridge with this. What is this? It's literally called Glucerna. Which is another word for glucose, which he is literally supposed to avoid. So it's almost a suicide mission if you have diabetes and cancer to drink something like this. It's literally made the only person that no one should be drinking this, but it might be acceptable is if you're starving on an island and you haven't had food in a month and you need calories. First of all, he's supposed to be losing weight. This little bottle has 210 milligrams of sodium, 16 grams of carbs. The main ingredient is milk protein concentrate and canola oil. I mean, canola oil is the most highly inflammatory oil you can even process. Your body, there's corn oil, natural. Most things at least try, and they say the natural flavors, which are still fake. This one literally even tells you there are natural and artificial flavoring in here, which is just a whole ton of chemicals. What else do we have here? Glycerin, fructose, corn maltodextrin, soy protein isolate, short chain corn oil, literally corn oil, cellulose gel, soy, it gets worse. This is just, I have no words. The fact he said he found this online. These are the companies people are trusting. They don't know anything. They're so outdated. These people are probably racist. They're probably toxic. Like, you have to think about the people that are doing this. What kind of life are they leading? There is nothing healing about this drink. If you are trying to bulk, which I would never recommend for anyone, it's literally like the Mean Girls scene where she replaces Regina's like low carb. She tells Regina that those like protein bars are for losing weight when really they're for the starving kids in Africa that need to gain weight. That's what this is. It's so hard because it's just, I have no words. This is probably the worst. This is the worst thing someone with diabetes could drink. This is if they're trying to hurt them, to kill themselves. And he's not, but he just doesn't know any better from what he says, or he says he found it online. It is, to the older generations, if you watch this, it's okay to learn from younger generations. It's not that that's their issue if they have a problem with that. But we're literally a newer version. We're an updated version and maybe more evolved in some ways. And I know that because there's generations younger that will be younger than me that will all be more evolved in a little more way because they've had more experience with this healing stuff. But this is sad. Makes me really sad. So yeah. No. I'm gonna heat up, I'm gonna heat up some bone broth, try to get him to drink that, some real bone broth and some real kale. The doctor said you have to eat greens. I buy it because I like the taste of it and I like the way it makes me feel. And I just wish that he was the same way, but he's not. It's just not. Get rid of your canola oil. Get rid of any other oil that's not olive oil that hasn't been highly processed. Replace with avocado oil. They literally have a higher burning rate. So when you're cooking your food, you're protecting your food with these types of oils. The canola oil, once it's heated up, literally creates free radicals. As in, it's a super weak oil. You shouldn't be cooking and eating this oil. That is cancer. That is cancer. Just saying. I might be a little too aggressive for some people. You probably need it the most.